Video review of the Nerf Jolt. I don't know if this is Nerf Elite or if this is pre-Elite. Yeah, Nerf Jolt. Let's get into it. Starting out with an unboxing. I don't know how I'm going to show this. Probably not recommended. Included is the blaster itself and 2 Nerf Elite darts. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Starting off with an overview of the Nerf Jolt. At the front, there is no end strike barrel lug. This is a Jolt. Right, to load, you will simply front load like that. The capacity of this blaster is 1. Yes, super high capacity. Haha, funny. This blaster obviously does not have slam fire. Moving down to the trigger pull is pretty standard for a blaster of this type, right? It's actually pretty standard for a blaster of this type. It's pretty comfortable. Actually, it's not really that comfortable, but it works as needed to. Really, no complaints here, and worked pretty decently well for a single shot springer like this. Right, moving down to the grip, I have small hands, so this trigger fits pretty nicely in here. If you have, like my finger can fit all the way through here. If you are a person with bigger hands, you're probably going to end up pressing the trigger down like this far into the trigger guard in there. I can fit my finger all the way in there just fine. Moving down to the grip, I hate this grip. It's filleted here, and then this extended one right here. I don't find this very comfortable, but it is functional. My pinky seems smashed up against my ring finger, but that's all right. I can hold this just fine like that. Right, getting down to the T-style priming. This is a T-style priming handle. You just pull down like that. Prime weight is in line with most single shot springers like this, and you're ready to fire once. All right, performance out of this is decent for a backup pistol. That's the overview of a Nerf Jolt. Yes, you just put in your dart, you do that, and you fire. Right, let's get into a firing demo. Righty, so starting out actually with some old end strike darts. These are kind of crummy, but we're going to do that backdoor as the target, right? So old orange end strike darts to start off with. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, puppy. That didn't go. Okay. Sorry, bye. All right, we'll move on to some of the old screamer darts, actually. These have a little thing in here that once the air goes in here, they start making a whistling sound. Although they don't do very well of that. Now it's shooting some old blue Nerf Elite darts. Let's see how crummy these darts really are in affecting performance. Some new blue Elite darts. And for good measure, one more orange end strike dart for a comparison. I almost whacked you again, bye, I'm sorry. All right, my firing analysis and conclusion of the Nerf Jolt. And this is going to shake around a little bit because this will also change my opinion on how I viewed the Alpha Trooper and the Recon, the other two blasters that I did reviews on here, because I do have new Elite darts. And these darts actually perform to their Elite status, right? Of course, if you want to hit what you're aiming at, don't buy Elite darts. But they actually did provide more accuracy and went further and better performance than the orange standard Nerf end strike darts, because look at how much that sticks out at the barrel, and then you put in something like the Elite Dart that stays in there a lot more, right? So that's the old end strike dart that holds like about that much space, as opposed to if you put in the Elite Dart, it's more like maybe that much. Yeah, the Screamer darts will also fit all the way inside there, right? So this is actually the test that I wanted to. I know I only got 2 Nerf Elite darts, but these are way better than the old end strike darts. So whenever I did the firing demo for my other 2, I was using crappy darts, so it seemed like that they performed differently. But then when you actually compared them, the Elite darts are way better than the old end strike darts, right? The chrono velocity of this blaster, I believe, is 59 feet per second, which is well below a 70 FPS par. I think this is still within the Nerf Elite series. I'm going to call it the Nerf Elite Jolt, because but I have a feeling this one was released, and this is where I failed to do my freaking research again. This might have been released with the other old End Strike series blasters, but which is surprising because this will outgun anything on the of the other blasters, right? Unless if you all use Elite darts, right? But yeah, so these darts are absolute crap. These darts did well. Most of them actually farted out of the barrel. I actually hit my dog on one of those. I was like, I don't want to keep that into firing demo, but it was surprising to see how bad some of these darts were. I really didn't want to keep that into firing demo, and I'll probably take it out if I get too much bad notice about that. But the Screamer darts worked better than the old End Strike darts, which is surprising because it's still the same same idea as these. Actually, I think it has the dimensions of the Elite Dart, but just a bigger head. But not bad to put in here. I would have put this in like a magazine-fed blaster. But yeah, it fired very well. Very reliable for a backup pistol. If your primary goes down, I know it's just a single shot, but you can get off a single shot fairly accurately with this, right? And eventually we'll have even more ammo to compare in this blaster to really see what would be the best to actually run this blaster, right? We'll have Zuru X-Shot darts, and we'll have Waffle Head darts, and we'll have more Elite darts, and we'll still have these crappy old orange darts. But yeah, so my opinion on this, super high. It's better than both of my other blasters combined. Granted, I did fire these back through those other blasters to see, oh, did the dart actually change my opinion? Yes, they actually fired better. I think I either have a feeding issue with my Recon or with one of the magazines, but even with fresh darts, one of the darts kept getting jammed in my Recon. And I don't know why. I know it's not the dart. It must be the Recon itself. But fired through even the Alpha Trooper, and it fired off fine, even with the slam fire. So Elite darts are the way to go compared to the old End Strike darts. And the Jolt, high opinion, simple, practical thing to use. It's not really comfortable, but yeah, there is that air restrictor mod that you could do to it to make it shoot even better. Although I'll talk about that in another video. It, in my opinion, actually doesn't modify it very well. I think it actually makes the blaster worse, but I'll get into that in another time. But yeah, that concludes the Nerf Jolt. This is basically the standard that everything is built off of, and it works well. And everything is reskinned off of. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next review.